Hello again. I've been asked to clarify a couple of things from my last video. So first of all, it was the char cloth. I told you about the scrim cloth that you can get, like I say, DIY shops and car accessory shops and whatnot. So yeah, to make the char cloth, just cut small sections. You don't need big pieces, and put them inside a tobacco tin. Don't put too much in because basically a lot of it will just go brown and nothing will happen. But just small pieces and it will char up quite nicely. Put it on a low heat and just wait, just let it smoke. You'll see. Do it outside because it's very smelly stuff. But just wait for the smoke to stop. Turn it off and leave it. And don't open it straight away because if you let air in, it'll probably catch a light and it'll just burn itself away and you'll be back where it started with nothing. So just leave it. Don't rush it and just let the stuff make itself, basically. Be in a hurry, but good stuff. The other thing I was asked to clarify about was the flint. Basically, it's a lump of ordinary old flint that you find all over the place. You walk along, see it. I brought this lump home from one of my walks, put it outside and smashed it with a lump hammer, club hammer, whatever you call it, and just get the good stuff. Right, the reason I say the good stuff because this white outer layer, it does spark, but not very well. Let me show you. Oh, actually, before I go that far, when I make my videos at home, I use a piece of, well, it's an old broken file. You need carbon steel. I'll explain this in a minute, but you just smooth off one edge and it does the job. I mean, some of the firelight and flint, you get like an ornate little blacksmith built fire steel for it wraps around your knuckles and you tap it and all the rest of it, which is fine if you want to spend 15 quid on a piece of scrap metal. I personally, if you want to make your own, just put that in a vise, snap the end of it off, and you've got the file itself, which you can also use for putting edge back on, albeit a rough edge, but you can bring your knife back to life again, and you can use it for light and flint. I'll just turn the light out. Right, see, when you strike it, you want, oh, there's rubbish everywhere. You do get a bit of a spark, as you can now and again, but that's striking on the white stuff, which is no good. The stuff you're after is the inside, the black stuff. Let me find a smaller piece, a bit easier to manage. There we go. It's this black stuff. There we go. I'll try and strike the white, but not a lot happens when you strike it on the white part. Get a nice edge in the black stuff. Don't know if you can see that. It says, but get a few. There we go. I'm not used to doing. I'm going to do it this way up, but I'm going to room. But so it's the dark stuff you're after, and strike it. Right, my knife. It's one of the Moras. Brilliant little thing. 12 quid, including postage. Razor sharp. Now this is the ordinary carbon steel one. I've put the thing in the handle there for bow lighting, but the stainless steel ones are no good for sparking because of the stainless on it. But if you hold, you have to be very careful because obviously this, I can shave with this thing. But if you hold it carefully and then strike across the steel, see, plenty of sparks. That's why I say I usually use my knife for this, because I don't see the point of carrying around one of these fancy blacksmith things or a piece of file. I just use the back edge of my knife. It doesn't do any harm, it scratches it up, but it's no big deal. Just as long as the blade's sharp, that's the important thing. I'll come back to the knife in a little while anyway. So yeah, you need a piece of good carbon steel and the dark side, the dark part of the flint to get a nice spark. Right, with the char cloth that I've already explained earlier on, just take a small piece, you can use as much as you want really, hold it just with your thumb over the top, on the top part of the flint, and then there we go, and just a nice little strike, and then we have it. and away it goes. So that was what I was explaining about the char cloth and the flint business. It's nice and simple, really. It's just a case of a bit of practice, you know. Don't let the air in, as I say, let it cool down, because when I was first learning to make it, I was opening the tin and it was all smouldering away. You know, sort of tried dabbing it out, but of course it's a light then, so leave no air in the tin, let it go cold, and then you'll get good char cloth. Yeah, there's another thing. I've been asked to show my knife as well, but I'll do that in a minute. Alright, cheers.